got my notes. Y'all know I always got my notes. I'm trying to get. I think I got them out of order. Okay. Nope, I'm good. Okay. I'm great. I'm great. I thought I was out of order, but I'm not. Okay. All right. Let me share. See, live is so different on the computer. Like when you do this on your phone, it's like one thing. But when you do this on a computer, it's like on your phone. There's like little pieces of there's little pieces you can just click, little icons, not pieces. You can click like icons and stuff like that. On your computer, it's so different. So let me. I'm just gonna share this out really quick. And we're gonna get started because I'm hot, y'all. I've been in the garden with my mama. Whew. I was like, I gotta get back in the house. So today we're gonna learn about pricing because y'all is probably losing money. I used to be losing money too, so I can't even talk about y'all. So let me get my life together over here. Ooh. I'm going to invite some people over. Let's hope we see. So today we're going to learn about pricing. All right, so I am sitting here. It's all late. Oh, my thing loud, child. All right. So this used to be different. I don't know what this is. I may have to start going live on my phone again. But see, when I be on my phone be acting crazy. My phone be acting like it don't got no sense. Losing connection and everything. I be like, listen. I'm just sharing this over to my group because, you know, I'm not an OG with 1,000 phones. So I gotta just use the one phone I do have. Just sharing this to my community. Okay. Alright, so yeah, like I was in the garden today with my mom. Let me grab some water really quick. And then we can get started because I got a lot to cover. Let's see. I'm just making sure we're not. What's this? Okay. So I'm gonna run and grab myself some water from the table over there. I got water bottles, and I forgot to get one. Oh, child. I'm gonna go like this. Then I can look and see what's going on. Alright, so I'm just filling up my water bottle. But no, y'all, seriously, it's been a day. It has been a weekend, I'm telling you that. If it's never been a weekend before, it's a weekend right now. This weekend was definitely weekending. I'll tell you that right now. Alright, so when you come in, say hola, say hello, say whatever you got to say. But if you are watching the replay, just type replay because I know sometimes y'all can't catch me right when I'm going live. But listen, we got a dilemma out here. Y'all are losing money because y'all don't know how to price. Y'all are scared of these customers, and y'all are like, well, maybe if I just give 50% off, they'll come to me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So today we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about y'all pricing and why you need to price right. Because y'all, not even gonna say y'all all the time, because it used to be me too, where I'm like, well, maybe that's too high, or maybe I should go down a little bit so people will buy from me and stuff like that. Like, no, you can't do that. You have to price your worth, because if you do not price your worth, you're gonna go nowhere fast. Okay, so if you don't price your worth, I'm not gonna take to you. So I'm here to teach you how to price your worth. Okay, I'm very thirsty. I've been in the garden for a minute, but all right. So I'm about to get started, because just whoever comes. You can watch the replay if you come. If you aren't here, you can just watch the replay. It's all gravy, baby. Don't worry about nothing. Okay, so basically, my name is Ashley. I am one of the owners of Highly Favored Custom Designs, where we make your business come to life. We do everything from party favors to shirts to tumblers to party bags to memorial items. We do graduation items. We do birthday items. We do everything. Okay, everything except like balloons. And I don't do the money bouquets either. I'm gonna learn them, but I don't do them yet. But that's who I am. And one thing that I am good at and I know how to do, excuse me, one thing I'm good at and I know how to do is price. So I'm going to show you guys, because there's a lot of people who are in business, period. Because even when I was a caterer, I was watching how people were pricing stuff. And it's like people weren't including what they're supposed to include. People were going, matching other people's pricing when you don't even know what their pricing is based off of, what it includes, like nothing. So I'm here to help you get to your coins and get to your bag and not lose money. Don't leave nothing on that table, and don't let people intimidate you by telling you your price is too high. Now, it's one thing if your price is actually too high, because sometimes it be like that. You be like, yo, where'd you get the rest of that at? Don't be charging me $100 for 12 party favors. Like, huh? Why you charge me that much? But there are some pricing techniques. Well, I have one pricing technique I'm going to show you guys. But you guys need to know, like, y'all, no. Do not let these people intimidate you with your pricing. Your price is your price, and that's it. That's it. Okay? So by the end of the live, you will know how to price. I'm going to actually break down 2 different types of party favor pricing for you guys today, in addition to the other stuff I have to talk about. But I'm going to actually be breaking down the price for y'all today. Okay? So, and I will, and I will be creating a price worksheet for y'all. Just give me a minute. I got a big order I'm working on right now, but I'm going to get it together, and then I'm going to post it, and everybody will be able to see it. It ain't going to be free. It's probably going to be like $2 or something like that, but I got y'all. So yeah. So first thing I want to talk to y'all about. First thing. The first thing I want to talk to y'all about is the biggest mistakes that people make when they're pricing. Okay? I was going to start off saying, well, this is why you should price correctly. This is why you should price right. Oh, Lord. And it's like, oh, this is why you should price right. No, I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm going to tell you guys the biggest mistakes people make when they're pricing their items. Because, listen, y'all be dragging it. Some of y'all be dragging it. Okay? So, one of the number one things people do, I'm not even going to say number one things. One of the things people do is they price based on what they would pay. So, like, if you're like a bargain hunter, you're like frugal, like I'm that person too. Like, I love going to the thrift store. I like catching a good sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be $15, now it's $10. Thank you. Like, I like that. But at the end of the day, there are some things that aren't like that. Like, there's some things that you gotta be able to understand that you're not going to get that for $10. You can't sell that for $10. You can't sell that for $15. You can't sell it for $5. Some things you just need to understand. Understand that your shirt gonna have to be $25. You can't say, well, can I get it for $10? Because you go to the store where that's a whole other thing. You go to a store, you don't even, you trying to charge what you would pay when you're not even getting your stuff from the same place that people getting their stuff from. You're not getting your stuff from the same place Ross get their stuff from. So no, you can't charge $8 for a shirt because you don't spend what Ross spend on shirts. Ross might spend $1. They might spend 50 cents a shirt. You're not spending that. So stop trying to be like that. Like, stop trying to be like them, because you can't be like them, because your resources ain't the same as theirs. Your vendors ain't the same as theirs. Okay? That's one thing. That's something like super, super big that like a lot of people don't understand. Like, you can't act like you are Ross, or you are this, or you are that, because you don't get your items from the same place. Like, some places only sell to certain businesses or sell to certain size businesses. And if you're just starting out as a business, you can't be like, well, I'm gonna sell my shirts for $9 because Ross selling theirs for $11.99. I'm gonna beat Ross. Okay, you're not gonna get any money either. So Ross is still going to win because they're getting profit. Ross is making profit because they're pricing based on what they're buying, based on what they're spending. Okay, that's number one. Now, number two, a lot of people, and this was a mistake that people made when I was catering, just charging for the food. Just like if you're a caterer, you don't, and you just charging for food. There's people out here, crafters out here, charging just for materials. Like it didn't take you 3 hours to make it. Why are you charging just materials? You need to charge for your labor, your time. Like, you need to charge for your design. Like, you do. I don't even. And even if, let's say this, even if you don't charge for your design, there's still people not charging for time at all, because some people's time, it includes the design. So you're not, oh, I'm gonna charge for the design, I'm gonna charge for the time, I'm gonna charge for... No, like some people, their design, the design time goes into the time that they're talking about. I don't understand why a lot of y'all crafters are not charging for your time. Okay, yeah, the shirt was $2. Yeah, okay. But guess what? You still had to sit and design the shirt. You had to take the time to order the shirt. You had to turn your heat press on to 300 degrees and almost burn yourself to make the shirt. So no, we're not only going to charge for the shirt. Just like when you in catering. When I was catering, people was only charging for the food. But what about the pans? What about the utensils that you use? What about the aluminum foil? What about, like, it's way more than just food. So much more than food. So I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? So number one, I'm sorry, this is number two. You only charging for materials. Why? Do not only charge for materials. Don't forget about your ink. Don't forget about your time that you sat and designed it. Don't forget about the time that you put it together. The time you packaged it up. The time, like, there's time in this. So you have to make sure that you're charging for your time. Not just for, well, here goes some paper, and I'm going to charge for just this ink, or I'm going to charge because I only spent $16 on Amazon, so I'm going to charge $16. How you, no. You still ain't even talking about your time yet. So charge for your time. Your time is precious. They're not only buying the item, they're buying the item attached to your talent, attached to your time. It's not just the materials. It's not just items. Okay? So I just want to make that sure. Y'all probably like, yo, she crazy, but I'm letting y'all know, like, it's about way more than some time. I mean, about way more than some materials. Okay? Because some stuff I didn't spend that much on, but it took me a long time to do it. When people bedazzle stuff and they put all them stones on things, it's crazy because those stones, it'd be like 1,000 in there for like $10. But it takes you hours to sit and put all them stones on something to fill up the space. That takes hours. So no, yeah, I paid $10, but guess what? You're going to pay for this 3 hours it took me to make your item. And that's it. Okay? So, then we have people who undercharge simply because they're scared that they're going to scare people away. You have a fear that, oh, if I charge this amount, nobody's going to buy with me because if I charge too much, they're going to go to somebody else. Okay, and y'all be so scared to lose customers. Every customer in the world is not going to belong to you. So you can't be scared to lose them. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sorry. It is what it is. If somebody thinks you're too expensive, you can combat it maybe twice. Say, you know, let them know the time that went into it. See if they got a budget. And let's just be honest. Some people have a budget. Oh, that's too expensive. Okay, well, what's your budget? And then you could probably give them something that's within their budget. Not knock your price down of something to fit their budget, but give them what you already have to fit the budget. Like, I had a graduation party, and she said, okay, I only want to spend $200. So I did some math with some party favors and said, okay, you can get this many of this many of this, and this many of this, and you'll still stay under $200. I didn't say, well, since you only got that, I'm going to give you my $45 thing for $20. And no, I just did what I had to do as far as giving her items, a certain mixture of items that would get to her budget. But you don't have to lower the price of your actual items. You might have to lower, you know, the quantity of something here or the quantity of something there. But no, your dozen is still going to be the same price. But instead of one dozen, instead of 2 dozen, you might have 1 dozen. Okay? It is what it is. I sound bad, but it is what it is. Okay? So now, the other problem a lot of people have is y'all don't charge for rush orders. A lot of crafters, can I get this in 3 days? I need this in 3 days. And y'all still charging the same amount. Which means that you putting them in front of somebody else. You're not charging the same, you charging them the same amount as everybody. No. If I have to rush and complete your order, you're paying for that. And I don't suggest, me personally, I don't suggest a flat fee. I don't suggest you say, okay, well, we're going to charge $10 rush fee. No, it needs to be a percentage of the total. Because let's say I got, I don't even know, let's just say I got $300. You want me to do a $300 order in like 5 days? Oh, I'm gonna give you a $10 rush fee. Don't nobody care about that. They're gonna pay that. But if you say, let me give you, they want $300, and then you say 10% rush fee, that's a little more. Okay? So it's just one of them things. I mean, it's not like 1,000 million gazillion dollars more, but you have to charge your rush fee. You cannot, oh, can I get this in 2 days? Why am I rushing for no extra money? I need to be paid for the fact that I had to put everything else I'm doing on hold to put your stuff in the front. When people do hair, they charge squeezing fees, which means you weren't right here, but if you want me to put you in front of everybody, this is what you got to pay extra. They do it all the time. People do it all the time. People who are party planners for rush, they charge rush fees all the time. So stop making it like you can't charge a rush fee. Yes, you need to. And you're going to, because I'm telling you. Or else. Okay? I'm telling you, you need to charge your rush fee. Don't let people stress you out for free. If they're going to stress me, and I got 2 days to finish your 2 dozen chip bags and 1 dozen water bottles, and your 6-foot cutout, I got 2. I'm not doing that for free. I'm telling you now, I'm not doing that for free. Not happening. Okay? So, not happening. Just had to say, make sure I let y'all know it ain't happening. Okay? Another thing y'all need to do is figure out who your target market is. Because you can't sell to everybody all the time. Now, in crafting, I understand the niche or the target market changes depending on the season. I get that because, you know, during graduation season, you're not targeting all football moms. You're targeting moms of graduates now, or dads of graduates, or graduates themselves. During, summertime, a lot of people have parties. You're targeting families, family reunions, family trips in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Easter, you're targeting moms with little kids because they want to get their little kid a basket. It changes around all the time, but you still need to know at what time your target audience is changing and at what time you have that specific target audience. You can't just say, well, I'm going to talk to everybody and everybody and everybody and everybody. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You need to target. You need to have a target. You need to. I'm telling you right now, you need to. So you can't just have any whoever, I'm just going to talk to every single person. No, you need to have it so that you're targeting moms, or you're targeting graduates, or you're targeting basketball players, or you're targeting coaches, whatever you're targeting. But you have to know who you're targeting. You can't just talk to everybody, because crafting is that one niche that does switch over time, like I said. But you got to know who you're targeting and who you're talking to around each time. Okay, and that's a big thing, because what you do is a lot of people, let me say this, a lot of people use other people's target market for theirs. If you asking other people how much you charge, that goes into my next point, asking other people what they charge. You can't ask nobody what they charge, simply for the fact that you don't, unless you live in the same town as them, have the same target market as them, buy from the same vendors as them. It's nothing we can really talk about at that point. There's nothing we can talk about, because you can tell me how much you charge for chip bags, or you can tell me how much you charge for water bottles, or whatever the case may be. But if you're paying less, and like let's say you're charging less, if you're paying less to get those items because you live in a different area than me, or you're using a different vendor than me that's cheaper, and then I go and copy your prices, now I'm not really making no freaking money, because I pay more for my stuff. That's why it's important to know how to price properly, because I can't go to Billy Bob down the street and say, hey, how much do you charge for your chip bags? And he says, oh, I charge $20 a dozen. Lo and behold, he getting his chip bags for 25 cents a piece somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, if he paying $25 cents a piece, you paying $1.50 a piece. So why are you worrying about what he's pricing unless you know exactly where he got his vendor from? So it's like asking what somebody else charge kind of pointless unless y'all are both in the same situation. Same boat, same vendor, same this, same that. If y'all got the same everything, then okay, ask them what they charge. But if you don't, you in Jersey and you asking somebody in a craft group from California what they charge, California prices are so different than ours. Their taxes are different than ours. Their grocery store prices are different than ours. So you can't really ask them about that, because their price might be way higher than yours is supposed to be, because they pay more. Some places cost more to buy things. So just be mindful of that when you're in these craft groups and you're saying, hey you guys, and I've been guilty of this before, and I had to check myself, because it's like, okay, oh, they charge that, and then I go look at the vendor that I use, and I'm like, oh wait, I should charge this. You cannot go off of what other people are charging. It's just you can't. You just can't do that. It's not gonna work out, okay? So let's see what else is next. This is a big one. A really big one. Y'all give away too many freebies. Way too many freebies. Y'all haven't even made a profit, and y'all just giving everything away. I understand doing it once or twice in the beginning to get your name out there, get your product out there, let people see what you got going on, let people see what you're doing. But y'all give out I'm gonna say it. Y'all give out hella free stuff. Y'all need to have some type of structure when it comes to free items. Don't just be like, well, I'm gonna give it to you for free because I'm trying to get my name out there, and you've been giving out free stuff for 40 days and 40 nights and 20 years plus. That's why you don't got no profit. Sorry, I'm buzzing over here. Anyway, I thought it was something important. But anyway, y'all giving away too many free things. Too many free things. So please stop doing that. Y'all freebies need to be once in a blue. Once in a blue. Once in a blue. Stop giving away everything free. That's crazy. Simply crazy. Just stop. Okay? 1 or 2 freebies, and then figure out a way to have people buy what you got. Because the freebies is killing y'all business. I'm telling you. It's killing y'all business. And another thing y'all don't do is y'all don't track. Track your expenses. Get an Excel spreadsheet. Get an Excel spreadsheet. Track your expenses. See how much you're spending, how much you're making. See if you need to adjust anywhere. If you need to adjust somewhere, see what you need to do. Okay? Because, let me tell you something. Y'all are not keeping track of y'all stuff. It's very likely you're losing money. Very likely that you're losing money. Okay? So, that's a big thing. So, remember what I said before. Like, you're not just selling favors. You're selling time because it takes time to do it. You're selling convenience because the customer doesn't have to do anything. And you're selling creativity because you're an artist in the sense of party favors. You're the one creating the item. You're the one making it look nice. It's you that's doing that. So act like it. And make sure your prices reflect that. Make sure your prices reflect your time. Your prices reflect your convenience that you show. And that your prices reflect your creativity. Period, point blank. Okay? So, now, let's talk about knowing your numbers. Y'all need to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. Because if you don't know the numbers or the prices of things that you are buying, there's no way you're going to be able to price properly. It's no way. You just can't do it. Okay? So, this is what y'all need to do. So first thing you need to do is the cost of the materials. Okay? Now you're talking about that, and this is not everybody. Because some people just take this hit. I'll tell you in a second. I'm trying to think of how to say it, but I'll tell you in a second. So the cost of materials. So you have the bag, like the chip bag, the printer paper, the ink, the glue, the hot glue, I don't know, let's say you got ribbon, let's say you use dots, the sticky dots, let's say you stuff like that. You gotta charge for all of that. Every last thing, like I said, gotta charge for everything. Okay? So then you gotta you people like to charge for the packaging and the printing. The packaging and printing includes, obviously, the ink, the paper, and then some people like to charge for their shipping supplies. Some people take the hit and they just say, look, when it's time for me to re-up, I'll just take the hit on that. I'll get the money back. Don't worry about it. Some people are like, no, I'm going to add an extra $1 for each, for every order because I have these customized packaging items. That's really up to you. Truthfully, it's up to you if you want to do that, but that's something that you have to figure out on your own. But you also have to make sure you're charging. Okay, so we said charging for the cost of materials, like the bags, labels, the snacks, like the actual snacks. So you go to the store, you get the actual water bottle. Go to the store, you get the actual chip bags. You have to charge for that stuff. Okay? Now you got the packaging and printing costs. You got the ink, the paper, the shipping supplies. That's your poly mailers. That's your thank you stickers. That's your, I don't know, you put your business cards in there. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Okay? Then you have the time that it takes to design, to print, to assemble. You have to break that down basically in your pricing all the time. Okay? The time it takes to design, print, and assemble is your labor. That could go from 30 minutes to 2 days to whatever. You have to make sure you break it down and get it done. Make sure it's added in there because it's not easy to do. It's just not. So now some people, charge for their equipment usage, so they add a couple dollars for electricity. I personally do not do that. With my profit margin is set up, I handle that inside of there. So I don't just say, okay, I got this plus electricity. I just don't do that. I'm not saying it's wrong for anybody to do it. It's just not what I do. Okay? Now you also have to worry about your subscriptions. If you got Canva, you have a subscription for Etsy. You have a subscription for Tech Studio. You have a subscription for, what's the other one? Creative Fabrica. You have all these subscriptions. Now, what I'm not telling you to do is take the subscription amount and say, okay, I'm gonna put this $12.99, I'm gonna add on. No, you have to have a goal amount of orders and then say, okay, well, since I have a goal of having 60 orders this month, I'm gonna divide that $13.99 or that $12.99 into 60. And then I'm gonna add that to each order. And then that'll help me to pay for my subscriptions that I use for this. Me personally, once again, I don't do that. Everything is included into the labor. Because labor, I gotta go on Canva and design. That's part of my labor. I have to, use Tech Studio to design. That's part of my labor. If I have to go and create a fabric or look for something, part of my labor. So I don't charge everything separately like that, but these are examples of the stuff you should be charging for. And be serious, like you need to charge. Just saying, okay? So, where am I at? Two seconds, you guys. I had something. Oh, here it is. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so now what we're going to do really quick, this is the meat and potatoes of the live. I'm going to just show you guys really quick an example on how to price your party favors. So let me start sharing my screen real quick. Let's see. Hopefully I do this right. I did this on, let's see, I just want to make sure I don't have too much open so the computer doesn't move all slow. But I'm going to basically give y'all the game, show y'all exactly how y'all should be pricing. So basically, I'm trying to get this to exit out. Yes. Okay, so basically, the formula that you want to use is materials plus your time or hourly rate plus the profit margin. And a lot of people's profit margin is 50%, so that's really that's just doubling the materials and the hourly rate. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let me exit out. Just making sure I don't got too much open. Okay, so yeah, so materials plus your time / hourly rate plus the profit margin equals your final price. Now you do have the option to have tiered pricing, which means you on each tier. That's like each different level. Okay, so you're like, oh, well, I have the basic ones, which is, the templates I have pre-made and blah, 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 blah. Those cost this much. If you want it to be a custom theme, to your party, to whatever you're throwing, then I'll have it for this much money. And then if I have like a luxury bag with super extras on there and like 3D elements, that's going to cost even more. Now you can do that. I don't do that. My bags is my bags. My bag's price is my bag price. So you might as well just go all out because the price can be the same. Okay? You can also add, do some add-ons and things like that. You can add on glitter bottles. You can add on premium snacks. Like if they want a specific snack, it's like a premium snack, you can add that on. You can add on personalized tags. Like you can do a lot of things. But one thing I want to let y'all know that I need to do, no matter how y'all sell it, it has to have a MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity. MOQ. Gotta have an MOQ. If you don't have an MOQ, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not going and put my gun on, my glue gun on for no one chip bag or for no 2 water bottles. I ain't doing that. It's either 12 or you ain't gonna get it, and you need to stand on that. So when people say, "Oh man, I gotta get 12," yep, sure do. I gotta get 12. Yup. Yeah, you gotta get 12. Like, what you talking about? Yes. Stop letting people punk y'all into, I can do 2 for $5. No! 12! 12, 12, 12. That's the MOQ, minimum order quantity. Don't let nobody punk you. Period. Alright, so let me share my screen, because I'm about to show y'all real quick the exact way to break down the price, I think I'm going to do water bottles. Seems the easiest. I'm going to do water bottles, and it's going to work the same for everything. Okay, so this is when those fractions you learned in school, and those decimals, oh, that thing about to come in handy. This is when I was like, oh, maybe I did need to know the decimal of 1/2, or I did need to know the decimal of 1/18, or I did need to know how to solve for x. When you have a business, baby, that's when it's time to know. I'm letting y'all know right now. So let me share this really quick. I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. Let's share this bad boy. If I can't share it, I'm just going to write it on my page. Hold up. Wait a minute. Alright, let's see. Where is my screen sharing? I just had it up. 2 seconds, y'all. Trying to get this screen sharing together. I did it. Let me tell y'all. I did it before. So I was just like, oh, okay, I practiced like before I got on. So I'm trying to figure out where it went. I mean, listen, if it went, oh wait, is this it? Oh no. Alright, so I'm trying to get my screen to share so I can give y'all a quick example. But if I can't, I'm just gonna, I got a clipboard right here. I'll just do it on here. Let's see. It's like it disappeared. That's fine. 1 second. I'm going to pull it up right here. I have my clipboard because stuff always happens. And I'm not playing today. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find it again, but I really think it just like straight disappeared on you, girl. And I don't know what that means. Alright, so we're going to do it on my clipboard and hopefully praying that y'all can see this because I literally just shared my screen and then out of nowhere. I must have to have it shared beforehand or something like that. Not sure what way, but the button that I had on here that said share is literally not here anymore. It's like it went away. So that's fine. It's fine. Let me see if I got a marker. It's very weird, that the button went away, but we ain't gonna let that stop the show. I was trying to see if I had a marker. I got a pen, and I can use my pen, but we gonna work it out. But listen, I hope so far y'all understanding how important pricing is. What's this mean? What's that plus sign mean? No, we ain't playing that game. Alright, so let me get my... Where's my pen? Okay. Alright, y'all. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so it'd be nice if I had like a little like whiteboard I could be like just write it for y'all. Alright, so this is water bottles, okay? I'm going to show y'all a very simple way for you guys to calculate your water bottles, okay? This is how I do it. Oh, excuse me. This is how I do it. So I'm going to show you guys how you can get it done. Alright, so first thing you want to do is break down your prices of each thing. All right. Now I want to make it very, very clear and very known that if you have a water bottle case and a water bottle case is more than what you need to find out how much it is per water bottle. Okay. Now, if you need 24 water bottles, and the pack comes with 24 pack water bottle in there, then you can just use that entire price. Okay? You don't have to really do any math because the store told you how much it costs for 24. You don't have to find out what one is and then multiply it by 24 and figure out how much. No, the store told you if it's $19.99 for 24 pack, that's how much you add on the price. But most water bottle, they do come in 24s, but there's some, like if you go to the bulk stores, there's some that come in 40, things like that. Some that come in, I don't even know, 32, 36, stuff like that. A lot of them don't come all the time in just 24 packs or in 12 packs. Okay? So, let's say we have a pack of water bottles, a 32 pack of water bottles. Okay? Now, I'm going to write 32 pack of water bottles, and that equals $6. It's like $5.90 something, so we're just going to say $6. Let's see if you can see that. So, boom. 32 pack, $6, right? Now, we only need 12 of them. Because the MOQ should always be 12. I told y'all that, okay? 12, 12, 12. MOQ is 12, okay? Now, you need 12, so what you need to do is you need to grab your little handy-dandy calculator. I'm actually going to use my phone. You need to grab your calculator. Where's my calculator, right, yo? Oh, right here. So you need to grab your calculator. And what you need to do is you got 32 of those, and you hit $6. So you need to divide $6 into 32 so that you can see how much one water bottle is. And right here it's showing that it's 19 cents. Since it's 1875, you're going to round it up to 19 cents. So now we're going to say 19 cents for one water bottle. So that's what it looks like. Oh, here we go. 19 cents for one water bottle. Okay. Now you need to multiply 19 cents by 12 because you are giving them in order of 12. Okay. So I'm going to do 19 cents times 12. Give me 1 second. 19 cents times 12. That's going to be $2.28. If I can get y'all to see. There we go. $2.28. Okay? So that's $2.28. Now, $2.28 is the number that you spend on water bottles. Because 12 water bottles out of a 32 pack cost $2.28. Okay? Now, we have to go to the paper. The paper that I get comes in 100 sheets. Okay? So I'm going to put a line. I'm going to put, oh wait. Water bottles on the top, label each thing. Paper, glossy paper. Okay, people use glossy paper normally for their water bottles. You can use sticker paper, but that's too sticky for me. I like to stick it at the end. Okay, so glossy paper is 100 sheets. The one I get is 100 sheets. Okay, and that one is the Transfer Master glossy paper. It's 100 sheets and it cost me $16. Okay. So now this is what I have. This is the water bottle price right here, $2.28, because it came in a 32 pack for $6, which made, and when you did the division, it took it to 19 cents for just one of the water bottles. Now that 19 cents times 12 water bottles, which is your MOQ, is going to get you $2.28. Okay? Now you need to figure out the paper, the glossy paper. 100 sheets of glossy paper costs $16. So now what you need to do is you need to divide 16 by 100, ma'am. Yes. $16 divided by 100. That's 16 cents. $16 divided by 100 is 16 cents for one paper. You need for water bottles, you can fit about 5 on one page. Okay? So you'll fit 10 on 2 pages And then you'll need that third page. You might not fill the whole page up, but that page is going to be used regardless. So let's say we use 3 sheets, okay? Now, 16 cents times 3 sheets that you need 3 pieces of glossy paper, okay, to make 12 water bottles. So 16 cents times 3 is 48 cents. So for that glossy paper, you are charging 48 cents. Okay? I'm not charging. You are paying. Oh my God, I can't even talk. You're paying 48 cents for that glossy paper. Okay? So you're paying $2.28 for the water bottles, for the 12 water bottles, and 48 cents for that glossy paper, because that's how many you need to get the 12 water bottle labels. Okay? Now, when it comes to your ink, I like to charge $1 a page. I have an Epson Eco Tank. My ink lasts forever, so I just charge $1 a page. Like my ink don't move. Like it literally does not move when I print 3 pages out. So I just charge $1 per page, and since I only need 3 pages, that's going to be $3, right? Now, this right here, listen to me closely. You need 3 here, okay? Now, what you want to do, some people, let me tell you this, because some people do their pricing differently. Some people will add these 3 things together, and then they'll double it. Then they'll add their amount of per hour. So we're going to do both ways and see what difference the price makes. So we have $2.28 plus $3 plus 48 cents. That's the water bottles plus the gloss paper plus the ink. Okay? And let's say you want to add something for the glue, because you do got to use your glue. So your hot glue, let's charge, because for 12 you shouldn't go through a whole entire stick. So I'm going to say we're going to charge like $1 for the 1 hot glue stick, because you really shouldn't go through, you shouldn't be putting that much damn glue on your stuff. I'm just being honest. Okay, you shouldn't go through that much. So we're going to do 3. We're going to add the hot glue, which is $1. Ooh. We're going to add the hot glue, which is $1. We're going to add the $3 ink. We're going to add the 48-cent glossy paper and the $2.28 water bottle pack. 228 plus 0.48 plus 3 plus 1. All right. So altogether we got $6.76 is what we are paying. Okay? We're paying $6.76. It looks like this here. Okay? $6.76 for all of this. That's what we're paying, okay? Now we can double that times 2. So $6.76 times 2 is $13.52. But don't forget, you got to get paid. You got to get paid, baby. Okay? You still got to get paid your hourly rate. All right? So you can say, let's say you want to get paid $20 an hour. Okay? And we're going to just say for mathematics' sake that you're getting paid $20 an hour. You're paying yourself $20 an hour. And let's say it take you an hour. You designed it, you assembled it, you printed it out, assembled it, it took you an hour. That means you add the $20. Okay? If you add the $20 an hour to that, you're going to get $20 plus $13.52, right? So 20 plus $13.52, that's $33.52. So you could charge $33.52, you could charge $34, or you could charge $33. Okay? Now let's see how it is when you add it all and then double it. So we have the $6.76, and then you add the 20. So now you got $26.76, and then you double that. Okay? Then you double the $26.76. $26.76 times 2. $53.52. Now, This is why I showed y'all both ways. Because you can take all the materials, double the materials, and then add your hourly rate. Or you can add all the materials together, plus your hourly rate, and then double everything. It's up to you. Me personally, I'm adding everything together and doubling it. I'm just going to do that. But you have some leeway. So let's say it's $53.52. You want to charge $50. You want to charge $45. You can kind of do that. Because you're still going to get a good profit off of it. But don't be too greedy and say, well, I'm going to go up to 60. Like, don't be too greedy. You can go down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you can go down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're paying $6.76 for the items. You're not going to die charging $45. You know what I'm saying? So don't be too greedy. That's one thing I want people to know, too. Like, don't be too greedy with your pricing. But this is basically how you are able to look and do your pricing. Okay? So if you want to look at this and screenshot it. Hold on. You want to screenshot that really quick, you can. I'm going to hold it up. Even if people are watching the replay, they might want to see this and screenshot it. So you can screenshot that if you like, okay? But that's basically how you would figure out your pricing for a water bottle. And the same thing is going to apply when you're doing it for chip bags, for Rice Krispie treats, everything, okay? So, excuse me. So I want y'all to understand, after even doing that, before even doing that, I need y'all to understand how important pricing is to your value. If people a lot of times say, well, what you pay for is what you get. So if you're charging $15, $20, $25 for party favors, they're going to assume either you don't know what you're doing, you're starting out, or it's not going to be nice. Because usually when the price is really, really low, to some people that means it's low quality. So you have to understand that when you're doing something like that, it can make it look like your quality is low. And the fact of the matter is, you can have some bomb chip bags. You can have some bomb designs in your water bottles. And guess what? They're not the right price. And sometimes prices that are too low will turn people off. They be like, well, why it only cost that? I done priced about 5 people. Why hers only cost $25? And then they start doubting why it's so low. So stop being scared to put your price to what your price is. I'm just saying. Don't. I just want y'all to understand that. When people tell you stuff is too expensive, break it down to them. Hey, this is the price breakdown. Hey, it's customized completely to your liking. Hey, well, what's your budget? It's too expensive. Okay, what's your budget? All right? Because in the beginning, I don't ask everybody what their budget is, because normally people know what they want. Hey, can I get your price list? Boom. And they say, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. And you're looking at the price list, and then you come to me when I give you the final price. Well, that's too expensive. Well, I gave you the price list so you could, add everything up for yourself before you told me the price. But at the end of the day, it's no need to get upset, no need to get snippy, don't need to be unprofessional. Hey, okay, that's fine. What is your budget? What would you prefer to spend? And then go off of that. And I want y'all to understand, some people aren't going to be your customers. If you need to walk away from a sale, walk away. I'm not arguing with somebody 20 times over my price. I'll give you like 1 or 2 objections, a couple explanations and stuff like that with no problem. But if it's like, well, I can get it even cheaper at this point. Okay, well, there. Because you got to understand, you got to stand 10 toes down on your price. Especially if you know you went through all of this right here. You did all this calculating right here. And that's how you got your price. You want to let somebody talk you out of it? Like they're going to change the calculator? What the calculator say? They can't change what the calculator say. The calculator said, this is how much it costs. So, it is what it is. Okay? And I might step on toes. It might upset people. But hey, look. Nobody asked for a price breakdown when the Jordan cost $300 to put on your feet to walk around onto the dirt. Nobody asked questions about that. But they want to ask you why you charge so much for a party favor that took you 3 hours to do when it came to designing, when it came to going to the store for items, when it came to assembling, when it came to going into the store to shop. Why are you arguing with me? When I had to do all that work and you ain't had to do nothing, and then you want to argue about my price? When I calculated my price. My price is what I said. So y'all need to kind of stand on it. Like, stand on your price. Don't get smart. Don't get smart with no customer now. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Like, you don't have to get smart with nobody just because your price is your price. Don't get smart. Just stand on it. Hey, look, it's like this because of this. Unfortunately, you know, with the price of this and this and that, I also had, you know, go to the store, let them know, break it down. Hey, my labor is this and blah, 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 blah. And if you don't want to do that, but like, hey, I deeply apologize that I cannot meet your needs. I have some people I can refer you to, or ask them what their budget is. If you can do something within their budget, as far as like, okay, well, instead of 2 dozen, I could do 1 dozen, and then I can add this on here, and like you can kind of like work it out in your party favorite stuff to get to that price that they have without dropping the price of your dozens. Listen to me. Like, I do this. This is what I do. So you don't have to drop your price. If your dozen is $45, that's your dozen is. So if her budget $80, instead of getting 2, she need to just get 1, and then find a dozen or something else that gets her closer to $80, whatever her budget is. You know, so it's nothing for nobody to get smart. Don't get smart with no customer. I'm so big on customer service, so I would never tell you guys to get smart with a customer. That's ridiculous. I've been annoyed by customers. You know, anal customers, picky customers, customers who want to argue on my price. I've went through it all without ever saying, well, whatever, don't pay. Like, I don't do all that. Like, everybody's not going to be a customer. Everybody's not going to be for you. And that's just what it is. You just got to understand that everybody's not going to be for you. Everybody's not going to say, oh, that's a wonderful price, let me get my deposit. Everybody's not going to do that. And you just got to deal with it. You just got to understand that that's not how it's going to work. It's not going to always work like that. And if you can't deal with the fact that it ain't going to work like that, then I'm sorry. And I don't got nothing to tell. I don't know what to tell you. But one thing I'm going to tell you, and this is something I'm so serious, do not ever get smart with a customer. Do not sit here and act like you going to get smart with a customer and say what Ashley said. Ashley ain't say not a dang darn thing. Don't ever put my name in nothing. Learn, get some etiquette, some business etiquette classes. My girl Taylor, I got a girl named Taylor, that's my good friend. I tell you, I'll send you to her quick, because Taylor don't play about that customer service. Don't ever get smart with a customer. If they don't like your price, whatever. I apologize. I can refer you to some other people that may be better within your budget. Or, hey, what's your budget? Like I said, we just had some lady, her budget was $200. She wanted a backdrop. She wanted this many water bottles, and she wanted this made, well over 200. So it came to the point where one of her family members offered to do the backdrop, and we like supported it. Said, hey, yeah, maybe you should have her do the backdrop, and then we'll do the chip bags and the water bottles and stuff, and you'll be able to get more for your $200. Because if you get the backdrop, that's half of your $200. That's half of your $200 right there. And it worked out. She ended up being able to get a tumbler, like everything. She was good. So I just want y'all to understand that, okay? Don't discount. Don't say, well, everybody think my price too high, because you might be in the wrong market. You might not have, like I said earlier, you might not have figured out your target market, and you might want to figure that out. Because if you don't figure out your target market, you're always going to be marketing to the wrong people, and the wrong people are always going to think that your price is too high. And then you're going to feel inclined to discount your stuff. And that's going to hurt your profit, which is going to hurt your business, and you're going to be in the same position that you were last year, that you're going to be that same position this year. Because you letting people scare you into discounting. Knowing dang well you did all that mathematics, you did decimals and fractions and carried the 1 and the 2, and then still let somebody talk you down? Girl, no. Go somewhere else. Like, literally. So, another big thing, and I'm about to be done now. Yep, so another big thing I want y'all to know is when you are doing your content, you need to show people why your prices are your prices. And I don't mean just do your content and say, well, the reason that I charge this is, like, I only had one content piece like that, and that was because people really was coming at me about my prices, my 6-foot cutouts, not knowing how much work it was. So once I posted how much work it was, and everybody's like, whoa, that's a lot of work. Whoa, I understand. Like, people really were starting to get it. But if you show your behind the scenes, show yourself going to the store, show yourself, show your stuff going to the store, show your stuff going, okay, mom, you know what I'm saying? Math, girl. That mathematics. Look, once I do this, it's not a near dang on thing you can say about my price. Not all that scratch paper I used. Yeah. My price is what I said. Period. Okay? But anyway, when you do your content, if you're doing like, show yourself going to the store, then show yourself designing a little bit, then show yourself printing, then show yourself assembling, then, you know, show it. So they can say, oh wow, this takes her a little minute. And then they can say, that's probably why her Jones is $45 a dozen. That's probably why it's $50 a dozen. Some people, some people charge 60 something a dozen. It's a lot of work. A lot of ink, a lot of work. And it's just like, ask your customer to do it, but they won't. Ask your customer to do it, and I bet they won't. People pay for convenience. Like I said earlier, part of what they're paying for is your time, the convenience, and the creativity. And nobody's the convenience is the top one, because nobody feel like doing nothing. That's why they pay for it. People don't feel like driving. That's why they pay drivers. People don't feel like cooking. That's why they pay people to meal prep for them. People don't feel like mowing their lawn. That's why they get people to mow it for them. Like, obviously it costs me less to do it myself, but it's more time. I'd rather you do it. Period. So, like I said, don't let nobody talk to you about your dang on price. Your price, what your price is. You do the math for your price. And the more math you do, I'm telling you, the more you sit and do math, you like, I do not care what this person said about my price, because I just sat here for 35 minutes and priced everything. I have, oh my gosh, me and my mom, we have a price list for our party favors, and it's at least 20 items, 25 items on there. I sat and did this for every item, every single item on that list. There is no way anybody is going to tell me that's too high. I don't care. I sat there with scratch paper piece after scratch paper piece and did my math. And there's no way you going to be like, well, no, that's too high. No. Not after all that math I just did. Don't stop letting people play with y'all. Stop letting people play with y'all. Your price is your price, and that's what it is. Don't price gauge and say, well, $75 for a dozen. Now you're dragging it. Do the math on there for real. You ain't gonna get no $70 unless you in Acme shopping getting your items. Like, don't go to Acme. Okay? Just don't go to Acme. Alright, so anyway, the way you can save time, I will tell you this, you can save time. Let's say you want people to pay a little less, but you're like, yeah, you're not paying less unless I take less time. So I would say, when you have free time, batch your designs. So that means do designs back to back. Do like 3 or 4 or 5 designs back to back. Have your templates back to back. So then when people come and say, hey, can I have I need a Paw Patrol themed template, or I need a Paw Patrol themed party favor. You got templates already, boo. So now you don't have to take that time to design. All you gotta do is go and edit. Designing can take you a day or two. I'm gonna be honest with you. Editing takes you about 30 minutes. And that's if you gotta change colors. If you don't gotta change colors, you just gotta change a little picture. It ain't gonna take you no time. So now you can charge a little less because you didn't take you chopped off a good hour and a half, because you already had templates done. You don't got templates done, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to tack on that design. So that's a little tip. Get your little templates and stuff like that. Another way you can do things, if you can offer bundles, because when you offer bundles and party sets, then you can charge a little less, because obviously if you bundle stuff, it's more like, like Geico said, bundle and save, or Progressive is Progressive. Bundle and save, things like that. You should, if people are getting bundles, they should be saving. But that's if you have like a bundle deal. Like, I don't have bundle deals. I have a la carte. This is how much you pay for this. This is how much you paying for this. This is how much you paying for that. I don't have bundle deals. But some people do. And they say, hey, look, 10% off, 5% off, whatever they do with their deals. I have bundle deals for graduation, where I had packages, and you know, every package was slightly discounted from what it would have been. So yeah, so you could do that if you want to. If you want people to pay like a little less, just offer bundle deals, but don't give them just one, 12-piece for discounted. Like, that's just, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And also, when you have your prices, keep it consistent. Like I said before, stop feeling scared and led to discount. Because now you done told this person $45, and now this person done punked you, and now you charging $37. Why? And then this person find out they pay $37, and they like, well, why you charge me $44? Now you gotta figure it out. Now they blasting you on Facebook because you charging different stuff for different prices. The last thing I want is to get blasted on Facebook over some pricing. You charge her $37, you charge her $44. 37 girl found out about 44 girl. 44 girl found out about 37 girl. Now 44 girl blasting you on Facebook trying to figure out why you charge her $44 and you charge the other girl 37. Be consistent with your pricing. Don't let nobody punk you into lower pricing because it causes problems. And then if they come back later, they're going to think that they're going to pay that price again. So when they come back and you stand on business, they're going to be like, well, I paid $37 last time. And prices go up every day. So let's not do that. Be consistent. Charge your price. Same price to everybody. Okay? Just be consistent. Alright? So that's pretty much it. I mean, I really hope, even if you're watching a replay, I hope to God that you caught something from me, some gems that you figuring out. Now you know exactly how to price your stuff. You can be more consistent with your pricing and everything. Couple things. If anybody needs help designing their party favors, I got you. I offer one-on-one Canva sessions. Canva is my boo. That's my bookie. But I offer one-on-one Canva sessions, 1, 2, or 3 hours long. Let me know that hours can be split. So if you get a 3-hour, it can be split into three different hours, hour lessons. It's up to you. I am going to be coming with some classes to teach you guys how to make certain party favors. I might bring back the class with the 3D Pringles can, but I'll let you guys know. I have some templates. Make sure you guys check out my website, www.payhip.com/HFC Designs. I'm going to put it in the comments. payhip.com/HFC Designs. There I have templates, shirt designs, all different kind of stuff, okay? Y'all can check. I do add to that weekly, so I do add a couple things at a time. I just pin that to the top, but I do add a couple things at a time to that website, so that will help you if you are like, I don't know how to design, because you don't have to know how to design and do a party for your business. All you need to know how to do is edit a template. If you know how to edit a template, you can get a party favor. You can be in the party favor business. You don't have to have a printer, and you don't have to have experience editing to be in the party favor business. You can let Walgreens, CVS go ahead and print your stuff for you. Go pick it up, and then you can assemble it at home. You still need little stuff like a glue gun, stuff like that. But you don't need a printer and nothing extra. So all you need to do is you can go right to Walgreens, right to CVS, get that in the printer for you. You can go to my website. You can grab a template. All you gotta do is edit out the picture. Your design is done. Send it over to Walgreens, CVS, and you're done. Okay? You don't need to have all this stuff. Party favor business is the easiest business to start. It's literally it's super cheap. Like, you don't even have to. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Make sure you guys join my craft community. Keep It Crafty over on Facebook. I put that in the comments too. We on the road to 500. We're at 271 members right now. We're on the road to 500. So please make sure you're following us. I put it in the comments. I put my website in the comments. I put Keep It Crafty in the comments. I love my crafting community. Like I said, we're on the road to 500. So invite your friends, invite your friends, invite your friends. I am always, always, always dropping gems in there. Okay? So please make sure you do that. And if you need help with pricing, you're like, I don't even know if this price is right, send me a message, because I'll be scared. Y'all be scaring me. Okay? But that is pretty much all I have for you guys. I am at the end. I don't have anything left. But I want you guys to make sure that you definitely are pricing correctly, because I don't want to have to fight y'all. Okay? But y'all have an amazing night. It's bedtime for my children. I don't know what they're doing upstairs, but they're loud, Jesus. But it's bedtime for them. Really need to be bedtime for me too. But I love you guys. I hope you got some value out of this. Please share. Please comment if you're watching a playback. And if you need help pricing, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But I see y'all. Bye.